Hi everybody, Vermont Survivalist here, and Wood, I'm calling you out. Oh yeah. So, this video is on handheld weapons. I do mean a fraction of the handheld weapons that was used in the Civil War. And I do mean a fucking fraction. Like 0.000000000000.1, like just a tiny smidgen, not even a pinch, not even grains. We're talking just it's just a very small, minute fraction of what the weapons that were used in the Civil War. Civil War was a game changer in warfare. Like the French and Indian War was, Civil War was just an absolute game changer. We started seeing different strategies of warfare. The speed of warfare started picking up a little bit faster, especially the weapons. And like World War One, old tactics. People were trying to use old tactics and a weapons evolution that they couldn't control. After a while, we started seeing the Civil War turn into almost a Vietnam style fighting, where soldiers just really didn't give a fuck. It was personal. So they were clubs, pistols, knives, you fucking name it. It was really getting to personal bullshit. Cartridge weapons started being introduced, and yeah, it was really fucked up. So here we go. And again, this is a very small fraction of what weapons that were out there. And trust and believe, there was some crazy improvised weapons out there. Like, I think that introduced the World War One trench weapons. It really started getting crazy, and yeah. So why don't we get to the video here? So here's a few weapons. So here we go. So this is an NCO sword. NCOs would have carried. You saw, see how straight that sword is. That's an actual real NCO sword right here. And this is the scabbard. This is a cavalry sword. This is a reproduction, of course. The curvature of the blade, so when they're on horses, they can just slice and move on. This is an 1860 Colt, 1858 Remington New Army. This right here was a game changer. You can change the cylinders out, and you could reload a lot quicker than the Colt. And then we have the Dragoon. This is Wood's Dragoon, and this is my Dragoon. This is the third model Dragoon, and this is just a small Derringer. They call it a boot gun, muff gun. It's just 44 caliber, 3 grains, not much for range at all. It's pretty unique. Watch this. Watch how this trigger pull back. See that? And that fucking gnarly, huh? That's gnarly. So there you go. And yeah, we got knives here. The buoys were very popular. And then you just have regular household kitchen knives, which was used. Now, what I don't have here is clubs. Clubs were used. I don't know if brass knuckles, but I do know a former brass knuckles. The D-ring was a very effective Bowie knife, which I don't have here. And I'm surprised I don't have a D-ring. I probably should get one. But yeah. And the Colt pistol, This has the fluted barrel. And very, very... These are fun pistols. Very slim. Easy to store. Very lightweight. Fun shooter. The New Army. Now, what's on this New Army that isn't on the New Armies of back in the day is the rear and forward sight. These are modern sights. All right. They would just had a post up front, and the barrel would have been fluted all the way down, so you would have had a channel instead of modern sights. So that's the difference between this. But other than that, though, this is pretty much the same. But it's a very, very interesting firearm. It's all the same. You still have to load it with a lever, or you can load it with a lever, or you can change out the cylinder. The doesn't have the barrel lug. I'm still fitting the barrel lug. But the Dragoons were very popular. The awesome thing about Dragoons is you could hold a rifle round in it, a rifle load in it, and you could shoot horses from underneath the enemy. And this is great. So you get 6 shots of rifle loaded rounds. So that was pretty badass. And then after that, the size of these, and then they went to the third model. The difference between the first model and the third model is mainly the size, and also this right here, the latch. And the third model has that latch hard. But when you shoot it, this has a habit of falling down. This does too, as you guys probably saw in my video. But yeah, this is the third model. I haven't cleaned this one yet. Let me shoot it. Well, that's how you sight. The sight is rear sight is in the hammer itself. It's the same as rear sights in the hammer. And then this has no sight at all. It's just a point and shoot. Pretty cool. It's called a screw barrel gun because this barrel comes undone, and then you would put your powder and then your ball, and then you would screw the barrel back on. And there you go. This is a pretty comfortable shooter. It don't have much for penetration, I can tell you that much. But there you go. The cavalry sword, the handguard. This is India-made cavalry sword. And then the original here. Let's get down now. There we go. Flip it around. See if I can try to get it so people can see it. There we go. There we go. Very nice sword. so there we go. And that's a few of the handheld weapons. I don't have a pocket knife on here. I lost my pocket knife at Cedar Creek last year. So, well, not last year. Hold on, the year before. So anyways, this is just a few of the handheld weapons. There are a lot more, like I said. So, there we go. Guys, thanks for watching. Vermont Survivalist, as always. Wood, I'm calling you out on Civil War gear. Show it off, bro. Of course, I got his pistol. One of his pistols, anyways. Vermont Survivalist, as always, good to go. So, guys, thanks for watching the handheld Civil War weapons video. But I want to make something clear. Handheld weapons, pistols, and knives were used in abundance in the Civil War. Crazy amount of handheld weapons, especially pistols. And at some reenactments, you'll get the thing of, you know, only officers carried pistols, which is absolute bullshit. And only officers used pistols, which is absolute fucking bullshit. The common soldier did use pistols in abundance. Hardtack and Coffee described it every single time a company or battalion would go inside a town. They would wipe the shelves with pistols and knives. Just wipe the shelves. Some guys even made their own knives. And hand-to-hand combat was a guarantee in a Civil War battle. And regardless on what some reenactors will say, that bayonets, bayonets were hardly used in the Civil War. I'm a firm disagreeer in that. I don't agree with that whole thing. I definitely believe that the bayonets were used a lot more than what reenactors will say. Civil War soldiers didn't brag about it. You know what I mean? It's warfare, you know? And the only people that brag about warfare is people that haven't really done anything in warfare. So there you go. And this is a very effective weapon. Very, very effective handheld weapon. It's ridiculously effective. It's a lot more effective than swinging around a 10-pound musket in a formation when you're shoulder to shoulder. That just doesn't make any sense to me. And I will fight that right down to a T. Who the hell is going to be swinging around a musket, a 10-pound musket? Okay, and did it happen? Sure. I think in a dire situation, people would be swinging around a musket. You know what I mean? But you're shoulder to shoulder with your buddy. It's a lot easier to thrust this than start swinging your musket around like a bat. And I'm just, I don't know who came up with that. There's plenty of accounts that bayonets were used in battle. That officer there who trying to get the colors, and the fucking Confederates stabbed him like 7 fucking times. Some shit like that. It was ridiculous. They turned this guy into a pincushion. And it's also with pistols. I've been to reenactments and they always say the same thing. Pistols weren't used. Bullshit. Hardtack and Coffee says different. They even talk about, Hardtack and Coffee even talks about the hardiest of the soldiers would have blood on their knives. A caked blood on their knives. That just tells you that these fucking things were just abundantly used. And it gives you, if you don't mind the saying, an edge in a battle. And yeah, you're going to take every advantage you can in some sort of warfare, hand-to-hand warfare. There was rules in warfare, but obviously when you lock up with somebody, those of you that actually been into a life or death struggle, you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. When you lock up with somebody, you really don't give a fuck about about the rules of war at that point. All you want to do is to survive, and you will use any means necessary to survive. And there we go. So that's my thoughts on it. And you know, I'm not your standard everyday reenactor. I have my own thoughts because you know, I've seen fucking war. So I'm not reading the fucking history book. I know what it's about. And there we go. So that's my thoughts on it. Vermont Survivalist, as always, good to go. Oh yeah, Wood, I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out. I called you out, bro. You. I want you. I want you. I want you. Dude, I wish I had the Apollo Creed theme song. I want you. You. What's up, bro?